Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the YouTube channel on the planet that is going to dismiss any and all emotionality. We are going to dive deep into the horrors of this reality. And we are going to go and understand that none of the events that you see are random. Everything is part of a predetermined plan. And when I've been telling you for months that this specific week was going to be massive on the world stage, you need to stop and think for yourself. Damn, this world is getting crazy, but we're prepared. We all need to realize that everything is meant to distract you from the ultimate overall agenda at play. And later tonight, I'll be posting something on Rumble that would get me completely removed from here. Stay tuned for it, my friends, as I have a lot to say. But first, what I'm going to tell you about here today on YouTube is that our Congress has been buying war stocks. Many bought the defense company General Dynamics. Numerous Republicans bought heavy into oil and energy companies with buys in XOM, DNV, and CVX. Democrats bought cybersecurity like FTNT. And these companies lobby Congress heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is free alpha and something that I want you all to realize. The Black Swan of Black Swan events is here. And don't say you weren't prepared. Now, what you need to remember is the stock ban bill that has been constantly being circulated left and right. Senators want to introduce this ban to prevent things like this. This is what they'll tell the general public, but in reality, they're going to use us, the American taxpayer, as exit liquidity. That has always been the plan. And no matter what altruistic ideal Congress sets in a play to try and pass it, know that this is the signal for where the big crisis will begin. Right now, we're going to experience a lot of volatility in the world today, and especially heading into October 14th, which I think will be the climax of the events happening right now. You need to stay on your toes and pay attention. In addition, guys, this is a firm warning from the Wolf of All Streets. Warning coming out in regards to cyber attacks. Some people are going to upload pictures of the events happening right now. And the file is called Seismic Waves. Do not open it, for it will hack your phone in 10 seconds and cannot be stopped in any way. They talked about it on TV, and a cyber attack on us from all kinds of direction could be very well about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not over here trying to inject fear porn into your souls. I'm over here warning you about massive events that are probable, possible, and increasingly more likely every single day. Prepare now. An ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure. And all I ask you to do is to stay vigilant and pay attention. Now, in regards to XRP, we see that the XRP lawsuit has taken a new turn as the judge is pushing for a Ripple SEC settlement talk and conversation to happen. And ladies and gentlemen, with this case essentially being wrapped up, with XRP being deemed a non-security, with the judge denying an SEC appeal, the settlement is extremely likely. And the reason I'm calling this an emergency warning for the XRP army is this. Right here, right now, we are in the midst of a global black swan event. We are in the midst of rising tensions. We are in the midst of a pivotal turning point in regards to the Fed. The Fed has been raising interest rates to pretend to tame inflation, despite the fact that we all know things have gotten way more expensive. But this is the problem. The problem is that they now have been pausing rates on the verge to transition. This transition is going to lead to massive rate cuts on the guise of a massive emergency. Potentially, what's breaking out right now is the catalyst for more money printing, and we understand that with money printing comes increased prices for the crypto market. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been telling you for months now, September, October is when this massive event is coming. Now believe me when I tell all of you that November is the big catalyst for the flip of the switch into XRP adoption. From November into April 2024, I believe we're going to see a massive crypto bull run that no one has been expecting. It's very possible that a Fed pivot is about to occur. We know that Fed pivots typically lead to flash crashes, but then eventually into a new bull run. And that's what I expect to happen. Guys, this is what I'm going to say right now. The more you look at the mainstream media, the more you're getting distracted. We here in the XRP army, we are the news. We have our thumb on the pulse of the world stage. Not just financially, not just technologically, but geopolitically as well. The more you guys realize how right you are, the more ready you will be to step into your new life as part of the new 1%. And I need you all to remember that. Now, we have Jeremy Hogan discussing exactly what he's saying in regards to the next steps now that the judge has denied an interlocutory appeal. He's outlined every possibility and provided the exact chance of each possibility happening and how long it would take. First, the judge issued a summary judgment and denied an early appeal. The SEC has a 100% right to appeal when the whole case is finished, and that will happen when there is a final judgment. And you will see the SEC has no real good options. Possibility 1, the SEC moves forward with trial next April against the individual defendants. And there's a 39% chance of that happening as far as Jeremy Hogan is concerned. The judge has left only the hardest part of the case for trial. The SEC could take an L at trial and have some of its dirty laundry aired at the same time. Then, if the SEC goes to trial, an appeal of this case wouldn't be filed until 2025. That means an appellate ruling won't come out until 2026. Then, even if the SEC wins on appeal, the case would most likely be remained back to Judge Torres for further litigation. Next up, the SEC wants to push the entire case to trial. So, the SEC wants to push the entire case to trial and then appeal the parts of the judgment against Ripple it doesn't like. Fair enough. But the most likely outcome in that situation is a final resolution in 2027. June 14th, 2027 to be exact. Good luck with that. Possibility number 2, the SEC could settle the case against the individual defendants of Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson and move forward with obtaining a final judgment against Ripple and then appeal. A 32% chance of this happening, and this is the SEC's best option. For that reason, I doubt they'll do it. Good logic, Hogan. Settling out the individual defendants gets the SEC to an appellate court in about 9 to 12 months faster and saves its resources and face by bypassing a very difficult and overreaching case. After settlement of the individuals, the case would go straight to remedies litigation. Remedies litigation would require months and months to complete, which was part of the SEC's argument as to why it needed an early appeal. And this option would still go deep into 2026. Option number 3. The SEC settles all litigation against Ripple and the individual defendants. Yes, this could happen at a settlement conference, such as the judge required below. But the SEC has shown very little desire to compromise thus far. And this is the problem. This is annoying. Settlement is a good option for the SEC. It gets to publish another quote unquote win and collect a big check from the bad guys. The judge cleared this path for them by clarifying that her only ruling applies to the facts specific to XRP. Chances of this happening around 20%. Finally, something else I haven't thought of could happen. Who knows? And this has an 8% chance of occurring. And if there's one thing I can say, it's that Jeremy Hogan's statistical probability percentages are unbelievably annoying. But it's all love, brother. As you can see, the SEC has a couple of bad, lengthy options. Meanwhile, the summary judgment is the law of the land, and they can't even possibly change that until 2026, the earliest. That is a big reason why, ladies and gentlemen, I think XRP will be the leader of the crypto market this next bull run. There is a small chance that we pass Bitcoin this next bull run as well. And if that is in fact the case, oh baby, the sky is the limit. Don't you dare underestimate how far XRP could go with increased utility, increased adoption, increased technological innovation, and amendments to the XRP ledger. And now, finally, regulatory clarity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.